I'm standing here at the roots of the famous Obudu Plateau, surrounded by lovely hills and amazing scenery. But the true prize of today's trip lies at the top of the mountain. I'm getting ready to meet the team at the Obudu Conservation Centre. I hear they're doing amazing things with preserving the environment, building the ecosystem, and getting the local community involved. I'm so excited about this trip, and I can't wait to see what I discover when I get to the top of the hill.
Kevin is from the Opazanga community, and he's a wildlife expert. And so with this, the NGO, he focuses on wildlife education.
On a daily basis, when we are sitting in youth meetings, because I happen to be the vice president of Opazanga Village Youth Forum, and when we are sitting in the meetings, I try to educate them about conservation, and they are self-motivated. Most of them are farmers. Most of them used to follow their mothers to the farms, and when I begin to explain to them the effects and the challenges, they see them happening, because before now ranch wasn't like this.
It's obvious you're really paying attention to the community, which is awesome.
Yeah.
Do you have any other areas you're paying attention to?
Yes, we focus on 4 areas, so the community, tourism, research, and education.
Okay.
So with the community, as I said, we're working really closely with them to find out how they like us to impact them. We've done many different, we've set up different programs with the help of the community.
So what are your plans for the reserve? What are you looking to do?
So now we fenced off the area, and we were able to do that just because we had 12 incredible volunteers from the Opazanga community.
Wow.
They volunteered to help not just fence it, but also protect it from humans who still want to go into the forest and log.
Before now, this place was covered up with forest. So the forest is no more. People are burning, putting fire, and as well as their cattle are grazing inside the forest. So when they came, they told us the importance of forest. And without being told, we know that it's good to preserve the forest, because we used to get our firewood from the forest, even the animal from the forest. Our drinking water comes from the forest. So we see that, yes, there is need for us to preserve the forest.
As they keep cutting down the trees, the water source will obviously dry up, and then they won't have any fresh water.
So does it originate from up the hill?
Yes.
The source of the water is coming from the ground.
Yeah.
In the top there. So the place is very up because of the cattle and increasing into the forest. So the sun is penetrating directly from the sun, and then you see that the water volume is very
low.
very small now.
So it's usually
quite high. It goes all the way. See how the dirt, how it looks? It usually goes all the way up.
I know you're seeing me like itching to ask a question, because it's so unique to find people who will volunteer for something that, in a sense, many people will say, oh, this is taking away our livelihood. But then you have these guys coming instead to say, we want to volunteer. How did that happen?
It had nothing to do with me. It was all them, quite frankly. We presented the initiative last year to the community and their chiefs and the women and the youth, and we presented it with our facts.
We have been looking for such projects to come up into the community, and that is one of the things that my community is so happy today and so excited with the project.
We weren't saying anything that they didn't already know. We weren't saying anything that they didn't already see. But what was wonderful about that meeting was that the youth felt very compelled to do something about it.
We, the volunteers, workers, want to promise Madam that we are going to strive as much as we could to see how we will deliver her by carrying out our own primary assignment, which is to protect the forest. I think that is that for now. Thank you.
The young people are already encouraged already. That's the more reason they are the volunteers of the project. That tells you that they welcome the idea.
No korbo swasba na sa wanda pe so funda mukba na swa me as well as a community was a work bazanga.
That's really cool because I think it will increase the sense of ownership that the community has.
Yes, it really does, and we're very grateful for their support. And what we've come to realize that if you support the community and empower them, they will in turn help us preserve their environment better because they are the gatekeepers.
Yeah, that's very true. They are the gatekeepers.
What I would say is that I also invite other communities to come and see what they are doing in my own community, so they can also buy the idea to their own community also.
Can you tell me a little bit about the farm?
The farm is called Joe's Farm, and it's named after Joe Paca, one of the members of our team. And the idea behind it is to grow, because the altitude here is so high, we're roughly about 1,500 meters above sea level. The idea is to grow fruits and vegetables that are temperate, so you'd ordinarily find them in colder regions in the world.
The Joe Farm is a farm where I grow a lot of vegetables. I grow strawberries, I grow cabbage, I grow red cabbage, I grow broccolis, cauliflowers, parsley, celeries, leek onion, and everything.
So we grow that, but we also use the local farmers.
Okay.
We off-take some of their produce and then give that on to our bigger off-takers.
The main source was to supply in the hotel, but now we have gotten another marketing spot, which we are now trying to see how we can improve. If we expand the farm, I think we can actually sell in Lagos. That is a plan for the farm.
So it gives the community a different source of livelihood and a more sustainable source of livelihood. So it really encourages sustainable living.
I can imagine it would, because they're seeing they're seeing the money coming in very directly. They can track it. That's incredible.
And an area that this region has had for quite a few years now is that there's been no work, and that's why the amount of hunting and illegal logging has been on the rise, because they really don't have anything else that they can do to make money. So once we really tackle or plug that problem, it'll give rise for the environment to come back to this one thriving state.
And you'll also now have other people who will want to go into farming because they know there's a market.
Exactly.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.